Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Gord Miller, your Carp ambassador. Welcome. It's great to have you all here this afternoon, and I do invite audience participation if you want any extra information about anything I'm going to show you. It's just about a 20-minute presentation, and I'll be covering all the aspects of Carp, the ABCs, and Zoomer. I'll be getting into that in a moment. And Carp is the Canadian Association of Retired Persons. It's a new vision of aging for Canada. And this is what Carp's mission is and what it does. We'll talk about what is Carp, what it can do for you, how you can be involved with Carp, and perhaps join a chapter in your area. We're the leading nonpartisan nonprofit organization in Canada, and our goal is to advocate on behalf of you and promote a new vision of aging for Canadians, and we could say mature Canadians. And I'm going to talk today about the three pillars of Carp. That's advocacy, benefits, and community. And I'll be touching on all those three areas. Our guiding principles are everyone should have financial security, and you shouldn't outlive your money, good health, and as well freedom from age discrimination, which could be ageism, that you don't have to retire at the age of 65, for example, and some of the common terms that they might. Younger person might address to an older Canadian, such as dear or something like that, in the nursing home, and that's it's not very friendly a way to go about doing things and engaging people. So we advocate on behalf of those areas. Just to talk a little bit about the history, on the screen is Lillian and Murray Morgenthau. They knew about AARP in the US, the American Association, and thought that there should be something in Canada, a similar organization, and they developed Carp in 1984, and it was at a kitchen table probably somewhere close by here in Toronto, and they developed Carp, and it's certainly grown from there. Lillian and Murray have passed away within the last few years, unfortunately, and have turned over Carp to this gentleman who many of you would recognize. This is Moses Neimer, and he is, as you know, one of the foremost media moguls in Canada, involved in many things, as well as being the president of Carp. And here's some of the areas that Moses Neimer is involved in, and that's Zoomer Media. Some of you may listen to the AM 740 radio station, as well as the classical 96.3, and also well known as this Idea City that comes up in June of every year. Everybody gets in experts on different topics from around the world. It's just an excellent program. Yes, Patricia.
So on all these media, is Carp fairly well promoted?
I'm glad you asked that question. That's an excellent one, and certainly that it's a way that a lot of people get familiar with Carp and what it does. So I get a lot of feedback from people who listen to, say, the AM 740s. Oh yeah, I listen to the radio station, and these are just some of the other areas that people get familiar with Carp. And the museum, I had the pleasure of having a fellow Carp member lock me in there for an hour, and I probably needed longer. It was just a fabulous museum, and it's at the Zoomerplex in Toronto. The Zoomerplex is actually opposite the C&E grounds, if you can walk across the garden, which you can't, but it's in the Liberty Village area, and that's where Zoomer and Carp offices are located. It's just a fabulous museum. They even have Marilyn Monroe's TV set up, as well as all the TVs from originally developed. Just fabulous. I thought TVs went back to 1952 when I was born, but apparently they go back to the late 20s. As you can see too, there's the Zoomer show, which incidentally is coming up this weekend, as well as Zoomer Magazine, and it's actually ABC, the ABCs are Advocacy, Benefits, Community, and Zoomer Magazine that come with Carp membership and being involved with Carp. So let's talk about advocacy. A lot of people will join for the advocacy. We're currently somewhere between 350,000 400,000 members in Canada, and as Carp gets larger, our advocacy impact increases with politicians, and next year being a federal election year, you can be sure that all the politicians will be listening to what Carp has to say. For instance, Susan Ng, our VP of Advocacy, who will be coming up on a slide in the next 2 or 3, she would be in the lockup room when there's a federal budget. That's the importance that the government sees in Carp, that she should be there to advocate on our behalf. And there's Susan, and our Minister for Seniors, Alice Wong. And you can see some of the areas that Carp is advocating for. The pension reform, big in the area of CPP and trying to get that enhanced on a national basis, as well as the Ontario pension plan. The healthcare system, all these areas, importance for caregivers, rights of older work, and elder abuse. Elder abuse is a big area too that is being addressed. And the ageism that I talked about earlier in society. So Carp is advocating on everyone's behalf, and this is why I encourage when you're speaking to different audiences that by joining Carp, you become part of the voice for advocacy in Canada. Now, this is one success story where this fellow and his wife were able to, because of Carp's lobbying and bringing income splitting for the mature Canadian, that they were able to save $2,000 on their tax bill. So it's just one example where Carp's advocacy has paid off for Canadians. And I see a lot of you nodding, so it's quite a nice benefit. And this is actually from our annual general meeting where Susan Ng is addressing the various Carp chapters, but and our advocacy report is available online. And I stress, go to carp.ca, and you can see everything that Carp is involved with. It's a great opportunity to look at. There's so many different areas. I touched on some of them earlier that Carp is advocating for. And benefits, because we're always asked, so what's in it for me? Well, there's a number of value-added benefits that are available to Carp members. And just to show you the various classes of discounts available, the best in class, 10 to 50%, superior 10 to 25, and the value offers 5 to 20. And this one of these symbols will be beside the benefits, so your prospective members will have an idea what benefit amount is available. And here's just some of the affinity sponsors, partners for Carp. Just this year, I've taken advantage of a couple of these. One, Good Life Fitness, and yes, I do work out 5 days a week, if you're wondering. And I saved $50. That covered the cost of my membership right there. As well, I got my new glasses at Iris this year, and that was a considerable saving. Not only the Carp saving, but I got air miles as well, so there's a number of benefits. And Listen Up is a good one as well for those having to have to have an hearing aid. There's a benefit through Carp for those people. And McLennan Insurance is a big one as well because we have insurance dedicated for Carp members. I had one individual who joined and said they can save considerable amount of money on their car insurance. well, I don't think Carp's insuring too many 25-year-old drivers, so I think they were able to get a extremely good benefit there and savings. But what I tell everybody is, like, I'm not an insurance agent. This is just something that Carp offers. You'd have to call them yourselves and get your own quote, because everybody's situation is different and everybody's driving record is probably different. Chartwell, I think, offers one of the best investments in Canada, because if you're a Carp member and what you get is 1 month free for your Carp membership in a Chartwell facility. I think they give it to you in your 3rd month, so you just don't go for the 1st month and then leave. So, but a month at Chartwell is probably anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. So for an investment of, if it's $34.95, they're getting 1 free month. So excellent, excellent benefit. Sun Life Financial, we even have our own Zoomer MasterCard that you can access. So many, many benefits, and these are national benefits. Okay, here's one I used today, was the Via Rail to get from London to Toronto. I was able to get a discount being a Carp member. And oh, I must say something about Zoomer Wireless. It's another great benefit, and they have even just the basic phone, which they call the Doro phone, but it's ideal for seniors in that it has the enhanced volume controls, as well as the buttons for someone to use. So I've seen one in action, and the fellow just loved it. So that's another nice benefit. Home Instead Senior Care, and it's important to know what the benefit is. They get someone with Carp membership gets 5% discount on the first 100 hours of care, and this could be a PSW coming in. What Home Instead does is it provides services so people can stay in the home. Just for an example, there's one fellow in London that all he needs once a week is for someone to drive him to Grand Bend for fish and chips. So he gets him to drive him from London to Grand Bend. He has his fish and chips, and then comes back. So, but that's that's all he needs. He can do everything else around the home, but he doesn't have someone to do that. And a company like Home Instead Senior Care will provide that. So, there's lots of benefits. But like anything else, you got to use your card to get the benefit. So. Sell-off vacations, and of course hotels and car rentals. You can get significant discounts being a Carp member. So we're always asked about that, and even just getting a car rental discount, that will cover your cost of your membership for a year. Okay. So this is just an example of someone who left their job and got their health insurance through the McLennan Insurance, and they were able to get everything they had with their former company and not lose anything and not have to spend any more on it. So just an example of the healthcare benefit. And the travel benefit this time of year is great for people going down to Florida. And you'll notice that McLennan had a deal on in September and with a little bit of a discount that you could have gotten arranged for your travel insurance. And that's an excellent time to do it, because that's when a lot of the people are making their plans to head down there, and they go for 3 or 4 months. So it's an excellent benefit for those traveling to Florida, Arizona, or wherever. And the community, we're fortunate in London to have a chapter. We meet the 3rd Thursday of the month, and we get about 60 to 70 Carp members out to those meetings, but they're on a variety of topics. In September, we had a fellow speaking about the Aeolian Hall, which is an arts center in London, and talking about the history and all the music that goes on there, as well as a lawyer talking about fraud that mature Canadians should be alerted to and to watch out for. So there's just And I always learn something. Yeah, you know everything about every topic, but that's not the case. I've always learned something going to our chapter meetings. And they provide an opportunity for Carp members to interact, get to know more people, and increase their friends, because you lose a lot of friends when you retire. They're maybe still working, so you still need to always expand those relationships. Something that I'm doing in London is I'm bringing a busload to the Zoomer show. So it's really gotten me an opportunity to get to know a lot of the members. So nobody wants to drive to Toronto. I know that a lot of you are from Toronto, but when you're in London, you don't want to drive there. But if you can take a bus for $30, you'll do it. So that's something that we're doing. And we also had, earlier in the year, we had a screening of The Grand Seduction, a movie. And so it was an extra benefit. We didn't charge the Carp members anything for that. So it was a great opportunity to be involved with the chapter, and there's an additional benefit. So is it $10 to $12 to go to see a movie now? So that was a nice benefit for the Carp members. And this is just showing, this is our chapter chair, Dan Prokop, and our London chapter is number 8. We always encourage members to put the chapter down when they're renewing, and his contact information. So it's good. It's important to have to be involved with the chapter and know what's going on, because it's pretty hard for me to talk about community if I don't work closely with the chapter, and we have an excellent relationship. Actually, the relationship we have is if anyone wants to join Carp, they're sent to me. None of the others on the executive want to fill out the paperwork, but I enjoy it, so that's something I do. And this is just an example of those individuals who've become involved with the chapter, and like those going on the bus trip tomorrow, they get involved with the community, and they find out about other events too that are going on in London. London's an age-friendly city, and they get more information than someone who wouldn't be involved with Carp available to them. So local offers, I haven't put anything on here because I'm adjusting what's coming through, but we have one that gives a 5% discount on in-home renovations, like redoing a kitchen or a bathroom to make it more accessible. He will give a 5% discount to Carp members, as well as the Grand Theatre. And what I have is a book, and if somebody asks me about it, I can flip to the page and show them where the Grand Theatre, there was a program, Dance Legends, and I got a $49 ticket for $38, and you can buy more than one. So there was a significant saving there. There was about a 20% discount by having a Carp card. And for filling out the form, this is very important. I'll get back to my spot, is to fill in this box, because that way, with the new legislation, that you have to have that ticked or you can't send an individual information, that opens up a world of more information on email that people can get from Zoomer and from Carp Action, and be involved that way. So it's important to click that. And again, we accept, I tell people, well, how do I pay? Well, I'll take money any way you want to give it. So by cash, check, or Visa, MasterCard. And what I'll do is I'll encourage them, you don't have to pay me in cash. Pay by check or a Visa, MasterCard, because it's not going to be processed for 4 to 6 weeks. So you give it to me now, and it won't show up until you're later in November. So that's something that I will tell them. And it's important to put down a single couple, it's the same price, to put down their partner's name. And we like to see the age box checked. So then Carp has an appreciation for the demographic that's with the membership. So that's important too. So, and that's the special offer. It's a hard time of the year to sell a membership at $34.95 when they look in Zoomer magazine. So, well, I could have got it for $24.95. So And whenever I'm doing presentations or to a group or I'm at displays, I'll offer that ambassador price. But what I try to do is move them to the right to 2-year and get them locked in, say $49.95. You don't have to worry about next year. It'll all be looked after. So I always try to go for the higher number. This is an added benefit, is discount dining dollars, and that can be accessed with a new membership. And it gives you an idea there. It's like those form of coupon booklets where you get a discount. And what you get when you join Carp is a member's booklet, and it lists all the benefits, all the community, all the chapters are listed in there. So it's a great reference, and I encourage it. You're a member now. Use your card. Use your card. There's so many benefits to it. And oh yes, I wish everybody that signed up or remember to use the drop-down menu and use my ambassador code, yes. Which Patricia gave me the number of 21212, so it would be easy for me to remember. So. And again, they can remember to fill everything out, and the age range and all that information. So we'll have it at Carp. So yeah. So in summary, what Carp does is that we take the position that in an aging population is a societal issue and is a concern for people when they hit a certain age. I know we don't really have a specific number. What we're saying is 45 and up, and they say, why so low? Well, somebody 45 should be thinking about retirement, or they may have older parents that they say, well, they might not look into it, but we think this would be great for them and they would enjoy it. And we're available to follow us on Facebook or Twitter, but and to go to carp.ca and you can really get updated on what's going on with Carp. So this is the member's handbook I talked about earlier, and each member gets their own dedicated Carp card. So when a couple sign up, they both get their own individual card that they can use for the benefits, such as tomorrow, just showing their card at the Zoomer show to get in for admission. And oh, yes, this one always shocks me, but this is just to remind you about Zoomer magazine, that you get 9 issues a year. And what I tell them about Zoomer is that you go into Shoppers Drug Mart, on the magazine shelf, it's $4.95 for 1 issue. With your Carp membership, you get 9 issues. So I let them do the math. There's your benefit. There's the benefit right there. And Chris Hadfield was on our anniversary edition of Zoomer magazine for the 5th year anniversary edition. And Zoomer magazine is really, about those Zoomers, and Zoomers are, as you may or may not know, you're a boomer with zip. It makes you a Zoomer. I get asked that, so what's a Zoomer? That those Canadians that are out embracing life, and they're more vibrant and they're more engaged than in previous decades ago. So in essence, I invite you to join Carp today, support our advocacy, take advantage of all the discounts and special offers and special events that are available to you, and join a community network. Read Zoomer magazine. Zoomer magazine is one that you can read an article, you can put it down, 2 weeks later you pick it up, oh yeah, there's another article that's quite interesting, and I need to read it. So, and we're really the national leader and the greatest, largest organization that advocates on behalf of all of us here today. So I invite you to join today, and here I am, and here's how to do it. Just come and see me. So thanks very much for your attention today, and let's get you signed up.